Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Las Vegas Live. I'm your host, Adam Torres, and each and every week I bring you the best of things to do in Las Vegas. Whether you're a local or if you're traveling in from out of town, again, Las Vegas Live, it's your source for what to do in Las Vegas. Big shout out to our sponsor, VegasNearMe.com. Vegas Near Me makes buying your tickets and finding out where to stay and what's going on in Las Vegas simple, whether it's through their app or through their online version. Check out VegasNearMe.com to do all things Las Vegas. All right, let's get into the list. Top 10 things to do in Las Vegas for the week of March 23rd to March 29th. Number 10, Wizard of Oz at Sphere. We close the list back at Sphere, and this week there is an extra layer of significance to talk about the Wizard of Oz experience, with the Eagles playing the final two shows of their entire residency on Friday and Saturday nights. The Wizard of Oz experience running throughout the week gives anyone who wants to experience what Sphere actually does without concert ticket prices the perfect window to do it. This is currently the only non-concert way to experience the world's most advanced entertainment venue, and it's genuinely extraordinary. The Sphere's interior LED surface wraps 160,000 square feet completely around the audience. When the Wizard of Oz is running, you are not watching the movie, you are inside it. The tornado sequence, the transition from black and white Kansas to the full color of Oz, the poppy fields, the Emerald City, all of it surrounding you in every direction with sounds that fills the entire space. The 75-minute runtime moves fast, and reviews consistently describe it as a genuinely overwhelming experience in the best possible sense. No screen in the world can compare to what the Sphere delivers in this room. Showtimes vary across the week, evenings Monday through Thursday, and morning and early afternoon on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to make room for Eagle shows at night. The Friday 1:45 p.m. show ends well before the 8:30 p.m. Eagles final performance. Two completely different Sphere experiences, same day on the last Friday the Eagles will ever play there. Number 9, Barry Manilow Las Vegas Residency. Barry Manilow plays 3 nights this week at the International Theater inside Westgate, Las Vegas, and here is something worth saying plainly. This is one of the most enduring residencies in the history of Las Vegas. Manilow has been performing at the Westgate, and before it was the Westgate, when it was the Las Vegas Hilton, on and off since the 1970s, building a relationship with this theater and this city that spans more than 5 decades. Elvis Presley held his famous Las Vegas residency at the same property. Manilow followed. The venue has history, and he is part of it. The show itself is a full Las Vegas production. 12 number one hit songs, over 80 million records sold worldwide, and a catalog that hits deep for multiple generations of listeners. Mandy, Copacabana, Could It Be Magic, Can't Smile Without You, I Write the Songs. These are songs that people know every word to, and the crowd energy during a Manilow show reflects that. The production includes a full band, choreography, wardrobe changes, and an immersive multimedia backdrop that transforms the International Theater into something special. It is the definition of a classic Las Vegas headline experience. Starting prices around $60 make this one of the most accessible major residency shows in the city this week, and it's worth noting that the show does not currently appear on the Vegas Near Me major events page, which means it's a find. 3 nights to choose from, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Check ticket availability and compare seat options on VegasNearMe.com. Number 8, Las Vegas Aviators. The Las Vegas Aviators kick off their 2026 home schedule this weekend at Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin. An opening weekend of the home season has a special energy that regular season games never quite replicate. The Aviators are the AAA affiliate of the Oakland Athletics, and Las Vegas Ballpark is genuinely one of the best minor league stadiums in the country. A modern, purpose-built facility with excellent sight lines, great concessions, and a swimming pool beyond the outfield wall that you can rent for groups. The park has won multiple awards as the top minor league stadium in the country, and it absolutely shows. The Summerlin location gives visitors a chance to see a side of Vegas that most tourists never experience. a master planned community of the western edge of the valley with great dining and shopping in the area surrounding the ballpark. The energy at opening week is festive, special promotions, a packed crowd excited for the first home game of the year, and the easy outdoor vibe that makes baseball one of the most enjoyable live sports experiences when the weather is right. In Las Vegas in late March, the weather is almost always right. Tickets starting at $31 make this the best pure entertainment value on the list this week. The Friday and Saturday games start at 7:05 p.m., perfect for a dinner before plan. The Sunday game has a 12:05 p.m. start, which is an ideal morning into afternoon activity that leaves the entire evening open for a show. Find all three games, compare seat options and what's nearby on vegasnearme.com. Number 7, International Pizza Expo. Las Vegas is hosting one of the more uniquely enjoyable trade conventions of the year this week, the International Pizza Expo at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Yes, there is an entire convention dedicated to pizza. Yes, it is one of the largest food industry trade events in the country. And yes, it is exactly as entertaining to talk about as it sounds. Pizza Expo brings together tens of thousands of industry professionals from Tuesday through Thursday, independent pizzeria owners, chain operators, suppliers, equipment manufacturers, food scientists, and culinary competitors who have spent years perfecting their craft. The floor includes a World Pizza Championship acrobatic dough tossing competition. Yes, you heard me right. Live cooking demonstrations, blind tasting competitions between regional styles, and panel discussions on everything from delivery app economics to which toppings are trending in 2026. It's a fully serious professional gathering for a deeply passionate industry, and it lands in Las Vegas every year because this city was built for exactly that kind of event. For the thousands of convention attendees in town through Thursday, the evenings belong to the Strip. Convention week means that restaurants, bars, and entertainment venues near the convention center corridor are notably busier Tuesday through Thursday night. Number 6, FoodieLand Night Market. FoodieLand Night Market returns to Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend for 3 days, and this event is worth a spotlight because it is genuinely unlike anything else on the list. FoodieLand is a multicultural street food and entertainment festival that originated on the West Coast and has built a major following over the past several years. The concept is simple and it works. Dozens of food vendors representing cuisines from around the world, live entertainment, and a festive atmosphere that feels fun and relaxed rather than overcrowded and rushed. The food is the main attraction and the variety is serious. Regional American comfort food, Filipino street food, Korean barbecue, Japanese snacks, Mexican classics, and plenty of dessert vendors to finish it all off. The quality is consistently impressive for a festival format, and the Motor Speedway gives the event enough room to spread out so you can actually move around and try multiple things without feeling like you're fighting the crowd the whole time. Running Friday through Sunday means you have 3 different windows to work with depending on your schedule. For visitors who want to experience something genuinely different from the Strip, this is the answer. It is a great daytime or early evening option, extremely accessible at $19 to get in, and a completely different energy from anything on Las Vegas Boulevard. Check out all 3 dates on vegasnearme.com. Number 5, Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights have 2 significant home games this week, and both carry real weight in the late season standings push towards the playoffs. Thursday night, they host the Edmonton Oilers at 6:30 p.m., one of the strongest teams in the Western Conference with a lineup built around superstar talent. Saturday night, they host the Washington Capitals at 7 p.m. Both of these are must-watch matchups. But here is the thing about Golden Knights games that is worth saying every single week. You do not need to be a hockey fan to have one of the best nights in your Vegas trip inside T-Mobile Arena. The production that organizations put on for every home game is unlike almost every other arena in the NHL. There's a full light show, smoke effects, the pregame night ceremony on the ice, pyrotechnics, and a crowd energy that builds from the moment you walk in. First-time visitors are consistently blown away before the puck even drops. It's the full Las Vegas entertainment experience applied to sports. T-Mobile Arena sits just off the strip near the New York, and Park MGM, which means the restaurants and bar scene before and after the game is exceptional. VegasNearMe.com lets you compare ticket pricing across both games. See which sections are available and pull up everything nearby, restaurants, bars, attractions, so you can plan the complete night around the game. The Thursday Oilers matchup starts at 6:30, which is an early tip-off, great for planning dinner before. Number 4, Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman. World Championship Boxing comes to the MGM Grand Garden Arena this Saturday afternoon, and this is a genuinely significant fight card. Sebastian Fundora, the current WBC and WBO super welterweight champion, puts his unified titles on the line against Keith Thurman, a former United welterweight world champion who was considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport at his peak. Thurman has serious punching power and championship experience. Fundora is one of the most exciting young champions in the sport, an unusually tall fighter with a wide reach who overwhelms opponents with pressure and volume. Both men have something major at stake. This is a legitimate title fight. MGM Grand Garden Arena is one of the most storied boxing venues in the world. Some of the most iconic fights of the past 30 years have been decided in that building, and the atmosphere for a world championship bout there is unlike almost anywhere else in the sport. Around 17,000 seats, a Las Vegas crowd that knows the sport, and the electricity of title fight night on the Strip. Even for casual sports fans, a world championship boxing event at MGM Grand is a bucket list Las Vegas experience. The card begins at 12:45 p.m. Saturday afternoon, which is a critical detail for listeners planning the day. A Saturday night afternoon fight card that ends mid-evening sets up one of the great Las Vegas day and night combinations of the week. Watch the title fight at MGM Grand, head over to the Strip for dinner, then catch the finals Eagles show at the Sphere at 8:30 p.m. That is a Saturday worth remembering. VegasNearMe.com can help you map restaurants between MGM Grand and Sphere for the transition. Number 3, Jim Gaffigan, Everything is Wonderful Residency. Jim Gaffigan plays 3 nights this week at the Encore Theater inside Wynn, Las Vegas, and this is one of the strongest stand-up comedy residencies running on the Strip right now. Gaffigan is one of the best-selling touring comedians in the world. He has sold out arenas, performed at Madison Square Garden, and built one of the largest comedy audiences in the country on the strength of clean, brilliantly observed material that works for virtually any crowd. His food bits alone have become a cultural shorthand for anyone who has ever watched one of his Netflix specials. What makes the Encore Theater especially good for this kind of show is the room itself. Around 1,600 seats, an intimate design despite the capacity, and sightlines that make every seat feel close to the stage. Wynn Las Vegas also has some of the best dining and bar options on the north end of the Strip, making it easy to build a full evening around a show without leaving the property. The production quality at the Encore Theater is consistently excellent. 3 nights gives you plenty of flexibility. Thursday works perfectly for anyone who wants to start the week's entertainment early and save the weekend for bigger events. Friday and Saturday are classic Las Vegas nights out. At starting prices around $112 for a comedian of this caliber and his following, the value is strong. Check out all 3 nights on VegasNearMe.com. Number 2, Jennifer Lopez Up All Night Residency. Jennifer Lopez continues her Up All Night residency at the Colosseum at Caesar's Palace this Friday and Saturday, and this show remains one of the most complete, polished pop productions running anywhere on the Las Vegas Strip right now. The Colosseum was originally built for Celine Dion's historic multi-year run, and it has since hosted Elton John, Mariah Carey, Rod Stewart, and many of the biggest names in music. Around 4,300 seats, purpose-built acoustics, and a room designed specifically for the kind of high-production headline show that J-Lo delivers. The Up All Night show is everything the name promises. Big pop hits spanning her entire career, choreography that matches anything you'd see in a stadium tour, a live band and dancers, and the kind of visual production that makes you feel like you're watching a music video unfold in real time. Jenny from the Block, On the Floor, Get Right, Waiting for Tonight. This is decades of chart-topping music delivered with serious production value, and at a starting price around $120, it's one of the most accessible major residency shows on the Strip this weekend. Caesar's Palace sits right at the heart of the Strip, surrounded by excellent dining just steps away from the Colosseum. VegasNearMe.com can pull up restaurants near Caesar's so you can plan dinner before the show and build the full evening from one place. And now we're down to number one. I hinted to it throughout this entire top 10 list. If you haven't been yet, now you are on notice. Number one is Eagles at Sphere, the final two shows ever. This is the most important entertainment story in Las Vegas this week, and I want to be very clear about why. The Eagles' residency at Sphere ends this week permanently. Friday, March 27th and Saturday 28th are the final two performances of a 56-show run that became the longest residency in the history of Sphere, drawing more than 700,000 fans since the residency opened in September 2024. When the curtains come down Saturday night, that chapter is closed forever. There is no extension. There is no coming back. This is it. And what a place to close out. Sphere wraps a 160,000 square foot LED screen completely around the audience. Floor, walls, ceiling, so the visuals are not behind the band. They are everywhere at once. Past residencies at the venue describe it as the most technologically advanced concert experience ever built, and the Eagles have been the ideal artist to anchor it. Hotel California rendered across the entire environment. Desperado, Take It Easy, Life in the Fast Lane, one of the deepest catalogs in the history of American rock, in the most extraordinary venue on the planet. These final two shows are not just great concerts, they are close to something genuinely historic in Las Vegas entertainment. Prices for these two shows start at $365, and the tickets will only get harder to find as the weekend approaches. Head to VegasNearMe.com, pull up the Eagles listing, and compare sections prices across multiple ticket providers to find the best value seats before they're gone. Both Friday and Saturday are still showing availability right now. After Saturday night, this show does not exist anymore. That's it for this week's Top 10 Things to Do in Las Vegas. Big thanks to our sponsor, VegasNearMe.com, for making this show possible and this list possible. Definitely head on over VegasNearMe.com before you do any planning on what to do in Las Vegas. I'm your host, Adam Torres, and this has been Las Vegas Live. I will see you next week for the next Top 10 Things to Do in Las Vegas.